Hi friends, welcome back to the unit Power System Reliability. In the last video, we have discussed the security requirement. Today, we are going to discuss the disaster management. Disaster management. Disaster is a sudden, calamitous event bringing great damage, loss and destruction and devastation to life and property. Disaster has the following effect in the concerned areas. It completely disrupts the normal day-to-day life. It negatively influences the emergency systems. Normal need and process like food, shelter, health, etc. are affected and deteriorate depending on the intensity and severity of disaster. In other words, we can define disaster as a hazard causing heavy loss to life, property, and livelihood. The disasters are two types, natural and man-made. Based on the deviation, these are the further classified into major and minor natural disaster, major and minor man-made disaster. The major natural disaster are flood, cyclone, drought, earthquake. Minor natural disaster, cold wave, thunderstorm, heat wave, storm. Major man-made disaster, setting of fires, epidemic, chemical pollution, wars. Minor man-made disaster, road train, accident road rides, food poisoning, industrial disaster crisis, environment pollution. Different types of disaster strike at different part of country with varying intensity, whereas water, wind, and environment-related disaster are fairly predictable in advance. Geological-related disaster such as earthquake and man-made disaster have never come with the advanced information. All such disasters disrupt the infrastructure and as a result the power supply services may be affected and in extreme cases even may retain interrupted for a long time. The disaster management cycle. Disaster management is a complex series of activities that include risk assessment, prevention measures, and preparedness to cope with future disaster, emergency response to a disaster, recovery and reconstruction. Disaster management aims to reduce or avoid the potential losses from hazards, assure prompt and appropriate assistance to victims of disaster, and achieve rapid and effective recovery. The disaster management cycle illustrates the ongoing process by which the government, businesses, and civil society plan and form and reduce the impact of disaster, react during the and immediately following a disaster and take steps to recover after a disaster has occurred. Appropriate action at all the point in the cycle lead to a great preparedness, better warning, reduced vulnerability, or the prevention of disaster during the next iteration of the cycle. The complete disaster management cycle includes the shaping of public policies and plan and either modify the causes of disaster or mitigate their effect on people properly, and disaster management improvement are made in anticipation of a disaster event. Development consideration play a key role in contributing to the mitigation and preparation of a community to effectively comfort of a disaster. As a disaster occurs, disaster management actors in a particular humanitarian organization become involved in the immediate response and long-term recovery phases. The four disaster management phases illustrated here do not always or evenly generally occur in isolation or in the precise order. Often phases of the cycle overlap and the length of each phase greatly depend on the severity of the disaster. First cycle is the mitigation. It means the minimizing the effect of disaster. Mitigation activity actually eliminate or reduce the probability of disaster occurrence or reduce the effect of unavoidable disasters. Mitigation measures include building codes, vulnerability analysis, updating zoning, and land use management. building use regulation and safety code, prevention, healthcare, and public education. Second cycle is the preparedness. Its mean is planning how to respond. The goal of emergency preparedness program is to achieve a satisfactory level of readiness to respond to any emergency situation through programs that strengthen the technical and managerial capacity of government, organization and communities. These measures can be described and logistical readiness to deal with the disaster can be enhanced by having response mechanism and procedure rehearsal, developing long-term and short-term strategy, public education and building early warning system. Preparedness can also take the form of ensuring the strategic reserve of food, equipment, water, medicine, and other essentials are maintained in causes of national or local disaster. Third category is the response edge. It means the effort to minimize the hazards created by a disaster. The aim of emergency response is to provide immediate assistance to maintain life, improve health, and support the morale of the affected population. Such assistance may range from providing specific but limited aid such as assisting refugees with transport, temporary shelter, and food to establishing semi-permanent settlement in campus and other locations. It also may involve initial repair to damaged infrastructure. The focus in the response phase is on meeting and basic needs of the people until more permanent and sustainable solution can be found. Humanization organizations are often strongly present in the phase of the disaster management cycle. The last cycle is the recovery, returning the community to normal. As the emergency is brought under control, the affected population is capable of undertaking a growing number of activities aimed at restoring their lives and the infrastructure that support them. There is no distinct point at which immediate relief changes into recovery and then into long-term sustainable development. There will be many opportunities during the recovery period to enhance prevention and increase preparedness, thus reducing vulnerability. Ideally, there should be a smooth transition from recovery to ongoing development. Recovery activities continue until all systems return to normal or better. Recovery measures both short and long term include returning vital life support system to minimal operating standard, temporary housing, public information, health and safety education, reconstruction counseling program and economic impact studies. Information resources and services include data collection related to rebuilding and documentation of lessons learned. In the same way, in the power system, we use these cycles for the occurring of the fault. In the next class, we will discuss the roadmap of reliability and quality. Thank you.